Welcome back to Papua New Guinea. My name is Ryan. I've got a really fun one for you guys today. We're here in Denungat, which is an incredible airstrip. Just look at that back there. Amazing. 10% slope going downhill, 1% going back uphill to take off, and then just drops off to the valley. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful weather here, but where I'm heading, Nadzab, just behind those mountains over there, it's not so great weather. In fact, I'll be shooting the approach getting in there. I just flew over it maybe about half hour ago. And it's multiple layers all the way down to the ground. I think it said broken 500 with 3,000 meters visibility, which is a little bit less than right around 2 miles, I think, actually. So with rain. So I've got some peanuts getting out of here, and that's it. Let's get going. All right, let's go ahead and get started. It's only about a 10-minute flight as the crow flies. Right, NG is up to 24%. Oil pressure's coming in now, and fuel flow is coming back up where it needs to, and ITT is top out at 673. Oh, you guys can see I'm kind of on a side slope right now. I need to get lined up quickly. That's why I straightened up my nose wheel earlier, so that I can just go straight and then line up in the middle of the runway. As our prop comes in, we'll get moving over there as quickly as we can. Sits above the green, almost. There we go. Now let's go ahead and line up. Hitting my wingtip on my right hill over there. Almost, not perfect, but close enough. Right, it is really great weather here, really great, and it's really crummy weather just on the other side of these mountains to the left of me. So before we head over there, I'm going to go ahead and bring open all of my charts that I need so that I'm not struggling to get that all done in a minute. Got 128.1 for the weather, 121 for tower, 118.6 for the approach, and we're going to do, I'm going to ask him, it's runway 27, I'm going to ask him 09er. So let's, it's not that busy this morning, I don't think, down there, and it would be way more advantageous for me to do 09er. I'm going to come in, let's go ahead and just put direct to, and I'm going to get my procedure, select the approach. Let's just put in 09er for now, and we're going to go in as Westby 590 once I get the QNH. Actually, let's go temp comp down to 590. And it was 25 when I checked. 25. We'll put that in. We'll get it here in a minute as well. So let's just put barrel for now in case I don't get the weather, the actual temperature. So let's do 590. We're going to load it. There we go. Our fuel is on. Our selectors are good. Our TAWS is turned off. Let's get our trims. Orsby 5565, November Tango Kilo taxi. Orsby 5565, November Tango Kilo. Let's try another one. Orsby 8861, November Tango Kilo taxi. We're going up to 9,000.
November Tango Kilo, Mosby, stand by.
Labs are 20, trims are good. We'll go ahead and go through our briefing here. Really the first cone down the hill is going to be my safer board point. If I need to stop, it's full reverse, heavy braking if I'm going off. I'm just going to go off to the right towards the windsock, cut off, pull off, and shut off. Emergency mask crack my door. After takeoff, we're going to pitch for 85 knots down the valley to the right, considering EPL, considering feather. That doesn't work. Cut off, pull off, and shut off. Emergency mask crack my door. All stations Denungat to 1239 November 10 Kilo, taxiing Denungat for Nadzab. Lights are all good. Ignition condition. Oops, 20 fuel and harnesses.
Kilo 8861. Go ahead.
Oh, she's not going to get back with me, so I'll call her back later. Ignition condition, flaps, 20 fuel and harnesses. 5,000, 25 degrees out. 1380. All right, let's go. Rotate at 56. It looks like it's going to be a little bit more. Lots of right rudder. There we go. Airspeed's alive. Really bouncy today. My goodness. We're just going to go ahead and pitch on over, get our flaps up so we can get our best rate of climb, get out of here, and get on up to 9 or 1,000 so we can get over top of these mountains here. We're at 5,000 now. ITT is a little high. Let's bring it back to 740. Over 90, let's go 10 degrees. A nice shallow, gentle right-hand turn so we can just make one revolution and then get right over top of these mountains. Moresby at 861, November Tango Kilo departure.
November Tango Kilo Moresby.
November Tango Kilo departed Denunget, time 15. We'll be tracking 168 on climb 900,000. Amended 900,000, estimating NADZAP time at 27. 2 kilo.
November Tango Kilo 900,000, stand by.
I might not have to go all up to 900,000, but you guys can see here my first section of the approach is 6,900 feet. So I'm going to come down here and select those. They've got a line under them. And all the way up to the final approach fix, I can basically select them, which gives me my vertical descent rate. So basically I can hit this little button here and it will tell me what I need to do, a vertical speed target, to get to that point when I want to get there. Check the weather once we get past these mountains behind me. I can't get the weather yet because they're too high up and it's all VHF. But we do know that QNH was 1010 about 45 minutes ago there.
November Tango Kilo 860, center control airspace tracked right at 350, radial NADZAB, enter at 900,000.
Clear journey controlled airspace 350, radio at 900,000, November Tango Kilo.
November Tango Kilo 15 miles, NADZAB, contact NADZAB, approach 118 days 460.
NADZAB approach 15, November Tango Kilo. Alright, well, we're going to get over top of these. It's looking a lot bluer over there with a lot less clouds up high. So maybe it's been burnt off in the past 45 minutes. I'd be surprised. It was forecasting it not to be.
Tango Kilo. Approaching 15 miles.
Spring open our approach just in case.
November Tango Kilo NADZAB, request call them 20 miles.
20 miles, that's approach, November Tango Kilo. We are showing 25 miles at this point to NADZAB. There we go, now I'm starting to get this weather.
Temperature 35, UMH 1011, clouds, static 400 feet, overcast 5,000 feet, visibility reduced 5,000 meters in light, showers, and low clouds, all winters to VFI operations. Caution, bird strike hazard exists. On first contact, NADZAB approach control on 118.6 or NADZAB tower on 121.7. Acknowledge information data.
Delta now. Scattered 400, if you couldn't hear that. Scattered 400, overcast 5,000 meters and rain. Delta. Temperature is 25, 2.24, 1011. Let's switch this to 1011 now, as well as our secondary standby. Now at this point, we can hit timer reference. Come on down here to Barrow. Switch that to temp comp and put 25. And it brings us down another 13 feet. Whoop-de-doo. Fuel selectors on our TAWs. We're going over this mountain right now, so it'll beep at me here in a second, so I'll wait to do that. NADZAB approach, November Tango Kilo transfer.
November Tango Kilo, NADZAB approach.
Good
Morning, November, take a kilo 22 miles to the northwest. Now 9,600 on descent at 9,000. With information Delta, if you're not too busy, requesting to shoot the GNSS 09er.
November Tango Kilo, continue approach, report again, 10 miles. You can expect the RNF approach for runway 09er.
Expect GNSS for 09er, report again 10 miles, and I'll be heading for the initial approach fix West B, November Kilo.
November Tango Kilo, correction for present position, track direct to West B, report established.
Track direct position to West B, report established, November Kilo. Okay, here we go. We're going to activate the approach.
Alpha Tango Romeo, report your distance.
Down to 9,000, down to 6,900 here in a second.
6,200 on descent, RNAV
altitude until we figure out.
And we are approaching Echo India at time 24.
We're just going to go ahead and flip our terrain on. Make sure our TAWS is enabled. Down to Hopping up on here, Westby 6,900 with a left-hand turn. We're going to hold 6,900, or no, correction, we're going to immediately go down to 3,300 by Whiskey India. Hold that for a little bit past it, up to 4.4 miles till we get to the final approach fix. Then we're going to head on down on the glide slope. This is an RNAV VNAV, so it's going to give me vertical guidance all the way down like an ILS. It has little yellow boxes on here that are a little more stringent. I have to stay within 75 feet. Basically, up 75 feet above and below. Approach.
November Tango Kilo, descent to 6,900.
Descend to 6,900, November Kilo.
November Tango Kilo, I say again, descent to 6,900. Cleared for the RNF approach, runway 09er.
Descend to 6,900, cleared for the the RNAV 09er approach. November Kilo. Activate that. Looks like about 400. That's good enough. Let's go on down at 400 feet per minute. Vertical speed and altitude select. Confirm at 6,900 feet. 6,900 feet. Next is 3,300 feet. We'll do lights and inlet now as much as we can before we have to get in there and land. And on this one, if we have to go around mist, we're going to track direct ahead to Whiskey Hotel. Turn right once we get there to track 124 to Larid. Back up to 7,600. From thence on to Goroka, because we will not try it again. I've got extra fuel today because I knew that the weather was going to be crummy here in Nadzab. So I fueled up for all the way back to Goroka with my VFR minimums. So landing back in Goroka with at least an hour's worth of fuel. This is looking good right here. I'm going to be arriving just before then. About 3 miles before I get up to Westview, I'm going to start slowing down. Top forward 10 degrees of flaps, 110 knots for my approach. Well, it's nice that they're letting me fly in this way, even though the main runway is 27.
November Tango Kilo, cancel RNAV approach clearance. Report established Westview.
Report established Westview, November Kilo. Okay, never mind. I'm not cleared for it. Probably just want to make sure because there's probably maybe an airplane that wants to get out of here or something like that. So I don't know. Okay, we're at 140 now. We've talked about that. Prop and harness. We'll get harness. We've got prop to go. I've got 9 miles to go before I make a left-hand turn. 3 minutes. Once it's 3 miles is when I'm going to start slowing down. But then again, we've got also. We're going to be turning a little bit earlier, so let me go ahead and turn it down to 5 for now. Good decision to fly the approach. Pretty crummy when I came in. I could potentially, maybe get in there a different way, but it would have been marginal VFR, and that just increases your risk, so it's just safer. I've got the fuel to just shoot the approach today. And with it saying it was scattered 400, overcast 5,000, that means I'll be breaking out of here probably pretty soon. Yeah, I'm already starting to see kind of down, and it does look like below 5,000, it doesn't look nearly as thick. I'm about ready to turn actually, so I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down now, preemptively. I don't shoot approaches very often, so as much time and space as I can give myself, the better.
November Tango Kilo, report your position.
5 miles to runway speed, November Tango Kilo.
November Tango Kilo, Roger. Descend to 6,900, cleared for the RNF approach, runway 09er. Report again, Whiskey India.
Good, descend to 6,900, cleared for the RNAV 09er approach. Report again, Whiskey India, November Kilo. Slowing down to an indicated of 110 knots. I'm going to go 10 degrees of flaps here in just a second. Turning in 10 seconds, let's go 10 degrees of flaps now. That'll help me slow down. Yeah, I'm seeing all the way to the ground now. I'm guessing that it'll break out below 5,000 like I said, so that's fine with me. There's some light rain showers and NADZEP for all of my loading. Yay. There's 110. We're at 610, we're in descent.
November Tango Kilo, correction, report over West V, established on the 086 radio.
Over West V this time, turning inbound, November Tango Kilo. We need only about 254 feet.
November Tango Kilo, cleared for finals for the approach of, correction, for the November Tango Kilo, correction, confirm you established on the 086 radio from West V.
Affirm, established on the 086 radio, November Tango Kilo. Must be new.
November Tango Kilo, Roger, cleared for finals, the RNF approach, runway 09er, contact tower 121.7, Whiskey India.
Good for finals on the RNAV 09er, contact tower 1 at Whiskey India, November Kilo. She probably is new, that's my guess. It's alright.
November Tango Kilo, just confirm your distance.
16 miles in that depth, November Kilo. I had to increase to 1,000 feet per minute to make sure I get to my 3,300 feet by Whiskey India. That's where I contact tower. I'll remain at 3,300 feet until I establish on the glide slope. Once it switches over here, it says GPS terminal. Once it switches over to Whiskey India, I'm gonna go ahead and hit approach on my autopilot. That's gonna let it know that it needs to fly the actual approach. Up in harness, gear and landing to go. Everything else is done. Probably land with 20 degrees of flaps. A little bit of power so I can get back up to my 110 indicated. Even if I break out, I'll still fly it all the way down like I would anyway. A little bit fast, 5 over, so just pulling that power to slow me down. 2 miles to run to Whiskey India. I'm going to maintain that 3,300 feet until I intercept the glide slope. Okay, my glide slope has come in. And I'm just going to make sure that I hit my altitude once I get to 3,300. I don't want to put it in my vertical speed altitude select because it will start leveling me off too soon. So I'm just going to have my hand right here so I do not forget, because I will forget. I'll have to add a little bit of power for a second. Break out a little bit between the layers. There's 35. We're going to go ahead and hit altitude select to level us off. Add a little bit of power. Looks kind of crummy visibility. Heads up tower, November 10 Kilo, Whiskey India this time.
November 10 Kilo, another tower. Good morning, runway 09, clear to land.
Clear to land 09er, November 10 Kilo. Alright, I had to hit my altitude select just to join in with my glide slope because it was not catching it.
India, ATC clearance 1, cruise 19000.
And now it is. It's green, it's going down, it's now in the boxes. Hey, our mist was back up to 7,600 feet. I'm going to go ahead and put 7,600 feet right here. There we go. Hey, we're autopilot nav approach, correction glide slope. Getting in there though. Turn off our terrain now. It's too much of a distraction for me. There we go. We've been cleared to land. We've got flaps to go 20 degrees more yet. I'd say yeah, scattered to broken 500, light rain and poor visibility, not seeing the runway yet. If we don't see the runway by our mist, then we'll go mist straight ahead, Ski Hotel. And I'm going to do the flight out of here back up to Yawin. This is the last flight down to Nadzab. This is a great day, you guys. I forgot to mention that. This is actually a really great day. The last flight for the allocation for those 3 house builds for some missionaries and Yawin. Very exciting day because I think between Brad and I, we've done close to 100 flights into Nadzab since January. So I haven't really mentioned that a lot, but that's where 99% of my flights have been going. And I've been struggling to show you guys other places. So yeah, this is a good day. A lot of flights into there. Hey, yellow box is going to be coming in just a second. 3, 2, 1, boxes should come up. There we go. Now it's even poor visibility. 5 miles to go. We've been cleared to land. All the way down to 577, so let's say 580. Visibility, yeah, I'd say 2 miles. Knots of headwind. Our mist is basically just before the runway, quarter mile. I think I'm seeing the runway. I don't see any lights yet, but I think that's the runway. 1,500, 1,000 to go. I cannot tell if that, oh, there it is. I'm looking in the wrong area. Oh, 1,300 feet or so. It's not bad. Clouds are definitely a lot lower over here over top of the runway though. Let's autopilot off. For sure gonna make it just fine. We'll put in 20 degrees of flaps here in just a minute. Once we get a little bit closer, we do have a plane that was wanting to take off here shortly. I think he was taxiing down, so. Really do like when approaches work. Or at least get you in where you need to. He's just getting to the end of the runway now, so perfect timing.
500.
All right, 680. Yeah, man, just 100 feet above minimums, really where the clouds are, so.
Minimums.
Pull my power out a little bit early. I'll probably float because I'm going way faster than I need to be. About 50 knots faster. And checklist is complete. I float past 1,000 foot unless I really get out the power. Still gonna float by it.
Mike Charlie India, line up runway 09, report ready.
Line up 09, report ready. Mike Charlie India.
I wish all the airports in New Guinea had lights on the runway. That's pretty nice. Oh, if If you guys enjoyed that approach, give the video a thumbs up. I've done another approach in here just like 2 weeks ago, a week ago, all the way down to minimums as well, so crummy weather here, that's for sure. Look how little wood we have left. If you guys saw how much wood we had to begin with, let me see if I can find a picture of that. It was a whole stack of wood, that's for sure. Took us 4 months to fly it all up in there. Alright, well, stay to the end. I'm going to do a time lapse, getting out of here. Back up to Yawan.
And we'll let west if you'll try.